Hello. The light is so good here, but it kind of makes my blue eyes look a little scary. So I'm putting my shades on. Anyways, it's my birthday week this week. Yes, that's right. You're looking at a birthday girl. I'm a person that loves my birthday. I love to celebrate. I'm not the kind of person that's like, if you forget my birthday or if you don't, this car. Hello? I'm not gonna expect anyone to remember my birthday or even get me a birthday present or like to plan my birthday. I don't care about it that way. I think part of me still likes to have like a birthday theme, even though I don't really have like birthday parties anymore. I've been doing a lot of shopping online, specifically on Depop. There were just so many things that were speaking to me. And I also realized there was a little bit of a theme to them, which was sort of this very feminine, Marie Antoinette inspired, coquette, frilly, lace, pinks, blues, yellows, pastel, lots of cottons and linens and just pretty things. And so I feel like that's sort of what I've decided to theme my little birthday thrift trip today. I definitely love the coquette aesthetic. I think for me, it just can lean a little bit too girly sometimes. So I like to edge it up a little bit. And I feel like that's why I like boho so much, is because boho can be coquette-esque and adjacent, but has the edge of like throwing in a leather boot or a leather belt or metallic jewelry with it. So still going to keep it a little boho mixed in here. That being said, but today, more so than even clothes, I really want to focus on accessories. I have been having so much fun digging back into my old costume jewelry, things that I've made. I made this little rosette necklace like 2 years ago now. I just added it to the strap of this top because I thought it was cute, and I want more things like that that I can kind of play around with, or more materials, because now that it's so hot, I don't necessarily want to wear a ton of jewelry on my skin. I was having so much fun with my bauble necklaces and like the pendants and everything, but I feel like it's just in the heat, it's just makes me sweat and like kind of makes me itchy to have that on my skin. So I want to look for more accessories like this that I can kind of like tie onto things or repurpose in some way, make more rosettes out of. Yeah. Okay, longest intro ever. Let's get into the thrifting. We're back. I really walked into that thrift store saying, "It's my birthday." And the thrift store said, "We don't care." I didn't find exactly what I was looking for. I'm not like super hyped on the things that I did end up buying, but I found some good things. But I think the magic of this haul is going to be in the styling. There are pieces I got with the intention of styling it with this Rococo meets boho Chloe style. And I think we could do that. Hold on, is it so dark in here? Okay, maybe that's a little bit better. So let's get into it. I did end up picking up the H&M top. I thought it was so cute, layered over this pink linen tank top. I thought there was something really magical about that layering, and it really sold me on it. Also, I love the color. I feel like this sort of golden color is not something I have a lot of, but a color that I think goes really beautiful with a lot of the other colors that I do have in my wardrobe, light blues, grays, that sort of thing. And it feels really summery, but also feels like something I could bring into the fall for sure. It's funny because the two H&M tops that I've kept around in my wardrobe for the last like 5 or so years are the long sleeve versions of this. I have a light blue one, and then I have this sort of like tangerine orange one. And I've always wished that I had them a t-shirt style. So when I found this, I was kind of like, oh damn, that's exactly what I've been looking for. It was $11.99, but luckily for me, the sales tag was yellow. There was no way I was going to be paying $12 for a H&M shirt. Like guaranteed this was around $12 new. So it is a different day that I'm filming these try-on portions because the lighting got really dark. So if I look a little different and the lighting looks a little different, that's why. But anyway, here is the yellow top on. I obviously don't have it styled at the moment, but I was thinking this would be the perfect candidate for an exposed bra. The only problem is I'm kind of going through my collection and I really don't have the right type of bra that I would love to do an exposed bra look with this type of top with. What am I saying? I don't have a balconette bra. And I think a balconette bra would be so beautiful with this. Like a balconette bra has straps that kind of come up the sides like this, really follow the neckline of this top. And I think that would be so good, especially if it had a little lace detail or something. But I just don't have that right now. So what I'm thinking about doing is kind of like an underwear dressing look. I have this little vintage bralette. It's a light turquoise color. And then I have a slip skirt that's a very similar color. This would act as like a little exposed bra moment. And then the skirt would kind of be cohesive with that. So let's try it out. Here it is all paired together. So this is the slip skirt I was talking about. It's sort of like a mini slip technically, and then it has this great slit on the side, which I think gives it some good shape. I'm really loving this color combination. Something about this pale icy blue, almost turquoise, almost silver looking from a distance with this yellow is really pleasing to me. I do feel like it's kind of missing something maybe at the waist, but I don't know that I necessarily want to add a belt. I feel like I can get really caught up in trying to over accessorize just for the sake of trying to be stylish, and it doesn't always necessarily serve my style. So I'm trying to lean into not listening to that voice and just doing what I feel like looks best. So I do think I'm going to leave it without a belt. I really love how cohesive this looks with the bralette showing and the fact that it's like the same color. It kind of just looks like I threw this t-shirt over a slip dress. It does sort of have a haphazard feel to it. Like, why is she wearing that t-shirt over a slip dress? But I kind of like that. Are you guys sick of me and these beaded necklaces yet? I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is really cute. I feel like I would wear this out to dinner if I went out to dinner a lot. Do you know what I mean? I don't go out to dinner a lot. So when I do, it has to be something that I've been like dying to wear. And I don't know if this is that for me, but I really do like what we have going on here. And for shoes, this still has the sticker on it. I'm thinking about doing these really cute, just little neutral heels. So here's this shoe with it. Obviously, I only have one shoe on. And it's like cute, but no, you know what? It is cute. It is really cute. I think this is nice. Excuse me while I find the other one really quick. Yeah, I like this. It looks like a lot of color blocking going on, which I think is fun. I really love these colors together. maybe to zhuzh it up, I would put a cute little pin here or something just to add a little interest, because I do feel like, again, I don't really want to add a belt, but I feel like it is missing something, and maybe I just need to get a bag out. Hear me out. What about this little Coach bag? It feels kind of cool girl. Maybe it's just because this is a very cool girl bag aesthetic or style right now. I think this is cute. I would wear this out. If I were to style this top for the day-to-day, I could definitely style it for work, but it's just kind of fun to play dress up, because every time I do have the opportunity to go out and then I have to pick out an outfit, there's so much pressure on me to do it right that I end up not loving what I pick, or I end up taking 10 years to pick it out. So I didn't actually show these in the thrift with me portion because I ended up finding them like after I had made my selections, put back the things I wasn't getting, etc. I think I was just skimming down the pants and I found these. They're the brand The Limited, a viscose nylon spandex trouser pant. They're definitely low rise, and then they have a flare leg. And they've got this pinstripe through them that I thought was really pretty. That's just a fuzzy. I haven't tried these on yet because you can't try things on in Value Village, but I really liked the stretch of them, and I thought these would be a good trouser for the summertime for work. They were $8.99, but like I said, yellow tags were half off, so like $4. A really good pickup as long as they fit. The pants fit perfect. They're like the perfect rise. I love this double button detail here. I feel like this is much more a spring outfit. I cannot really fathom wearing these pants outside right now unless I'm going to my office that's like way over air conditioned. I also have these incredible espadrilles I just got. I feel like the blue poking out of the gray pants would be so cute. And then the wooden clog, I feel like makes it a little more boho, you know? No, I did not. Okay, I'm absolutely sick. While I was trying to get these on, I just stepped on the string, the leather string of the espadrille, and snapped it right off. Ugh! I'm so mad. Now I'm gonna have to figure out a way to fix that. Dang it. Dang it. Well, anyway, this is such a cute outfit with these clogs. I love the pop of blue, and my work bag is blue. So I feel like if I were to wear this to work, that would be a really cute pairing. Now I'm just like kind of sad that I just broke those. But weirdly, they actually fit on my foot really nicely without the tie. So I guess it's not a super functional tie, which is good. But anyway, here's this outfit. One more styling with the pants because I feel like this top is more work appropriate and I could definitely see myself wearing this summer. I thrifted this top. It's vintage Dress Barn. It's like pale yellow and it has this cool crinkle embossing to it that's really pretty. And I feel like this is such a fun pairing of colors with the really pale yellow, the light gray. Again, I feel like that's the theme of these outfits is like some sort of yellow and gray together. And I love these pants. They have such a good fit to them. I would wear this out too. If I were going to wear this to go out, I would wear this blue turquoise bag with it. It's similar to the color of the clogs, and this purse definitely needs to be stuffed, but this would be such a cute going out outfit for the summer too. Where am I going? Who's taking me out? Anyway, love this. Okay, and then I did end up getting this kind of sideways belt. It is this sort of muted gray color with a silver hardware buckle, and it is genuine leather. I guess the brand is Wasted Belt Co. Incorporated, but it is genuine leather bonded. And it was $3.99, but half off, so it was $2. I just thought this was really cool. I don't have anything like this, and I don't know, is it something that I needed? Probably not. There is some cracking to the leather, like right there you can see when you're putting it on, but it's covered by the little catch part there. So anyway, I just thought that was so interesting. It's a good like waist cinching belt without being too much of a statement. So I think it's going to be so cool. And then this silk beaded pearl top. There was something so magical and whimsical about it. Exactly what I was envisioning, the type of tops I was looking for. It is by the brand Willie Smith, and you can see there it's a linen blend. And then it was also half off, so $5. It's so pretty. It has these gold reflect threading in it and then the pearls. I'm really excited to have that. Here is the sparkly, pearly, meshy, almost off the shoulder top. Like I said, it is a couple sizes too big for me, but because it's this ribbed material, it still gives me a form-fitted shape, which I really like. And then the only thing that's a little big on me is the shoulder and bust area, but I kind of like how it's giving a really romantic, more off the shoulder look there. I think it's really pretty. And then also the length is longer. I had planned on cropping this, but something about trying this on and seeing the length of it made me really want to lean into the coquette aesthetic and put together more of a going out outfit. So now let's try another going out look with this. Okay, we're back in some underwear. These are a pair of Free People bloomers that I got secondhand. I really wanted to lean into this long torso and sort of like drop waist that this creates and have something that had like interest right here at the bottom. And so I was looking around at my slip skirts, and then I realized I have these bloomer shorts, which haven't really made it out of the house. I mainly wear them as lounge shorts, but they are opaque. They're definitely very short, but they're giving hot pant kind of, which is really trendy right now in a style I've been dying to try out for myself. But I feel like I'm just very curvy on the bottom, and for me, if I'm going to go for that, it's not going to be on my day-to-day just because I feel a little too exposed. But for a date night, it's perfect. If you can't tell, they're sort of like a grayish green. I think it's actually quite pretty. I don't know if it's coming off on camera as well as it is in person, but it is really lovely, especially in low lighting. These bloomers have like a little reflect to the lace at the bottom, and then obviously there's a sparkle throughout the top. So it's just like very pearlescent look. I do think with the right accessories, this is going to be so good. Like I see a lot of potential here. So first thing I want to add actually is the belt that I thrifted. It only fits me high-waisted. It doesn't fit low-waisted, which I feel like would be ideal for this outfit, especially to lean into like a boho aesthetic. But I'm going to try it high-waisted and see how it looks. Okay, I kind of love it. I think I'm really liking it a lot more than I would have if this had just been like a straight across belt. Do you know what I'm saying? It kind of matches the shorts. It's very similar to that color blocking I had going on that I really liked about that first outfit. Now shoes. I don't think I want to do the kitten heel that I did earlier. I know. I feel like I must do these. These are vintage Italian leather Mary Jane ballet flats with a slight square toe. They're literally the blueprint for all the metallic Mary Janes that we're seeing everywhere right now. Okay, this is actually so cute. I'm really loving how this is working. The silver shoes, there's something about them that just really goes, and this is such a cute outfit. I just threw on some jewelry. I have these pearl inlay bracelets, little bangles, and then I have my clamper bracelet I thrifted a couple weeks ago. For earrings, I put on these dangly freshwater pearl earrings. The other thing I've been seeing people doing, at least on my boho side of Pinterest, is styling their hair in these sort of like really undone, not even updos. They're like halfway between an updo, a downdo, like half updo. This really reckless pinning of your hair, very Versailles, very Marie Antoinette inspired, like sort of like how their hair was shaped, at least in the pinning and the curls and all that, but the curls aren't ringlet done up curls. They're more of like a loose wave like this. And so it ends up looking very boho ethereal, but it's just such a pretty look. Okay, let me look for some color to add. I said I was gonna add color, and then I grabbed this bag, which is totally kind of monochromatic with the rest of the outfit again. I love this little purse. I've actually worn it out already a couple times. It's like the perfect size, and I love the little drape of that. It's sort of bag charm-esque, but without the effort of like having to put on a bag charm. Adds a little bit of movement to the outfit as you walk. Of course, now I'm like, maybe it is better without the belt. I don't know. I feel like that kind of is a little bit more me, and it does feel a little bit more comfortable now that I'm thinking about this as like a dinner time outfit. Anything with a belt for a dinner time outfit is not really my vibe. I decided to add the little rosette I was wearing attached to my pink top during the thrift with me. It's not a big pop of color, obviously, but it's still something subtle, and that definitely makes it feel very coquette. I feel like I'm Marie Antoinette in her underwear right now. Now here's the look. Kind of toned down and accessorized just a little bit differently. I also took off the silver cuff, but I still have on the silver shoes. I love it. I didn't really find any accessories, which I was kind of bummed about. I just had a very distinct vision of what I wanted, and I think I'm finally coming to terms with the fact that I just need to sit with what I have and make things. I really need to get into my crafting era, thrift flip era, sewing era. I need to get my creative juices flowing again. So that's what you can expect to see from me. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.